Hey everyone, Lauren from A Girl and Her Wool here. So I am back with a special guest star, my mom, Lynn.
Hi.
Hi. And we're just gonna talk about what we're working on. So it's been about 2 months since I last did one of these knitting project recap videos. And so while that seems like a lot probably should have happened, I don't know if a lot actually happened. But I did look back today, and what I was working on when I last did this was that crochet wrap I did, so the Rainbow Showers wrap. So that's finished. That was finished a while ago. And then I also finished a couple of pairs of socks, and I do Faux Friday posts whenever I finish projects. So if you want to see any of those and hear more about them, you can definitely check those out. So I finished two pairs of vanilla socks, one self-striping, which was Jinx Yarn, the Gingerbread House colorway, and then a pair of Laser Sheep yarns that I got while I was out in San Diego a couple of years ago. And so I have those all done, and then I don't think I really finished much else. I might have, I don't know, but I'll show you guys what I'm working on today. I am working on the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, and so we'll show that at the very, very, very end in case anybody doesn't want to see it yet. By the time you see this, Clue 3 would have dropped, and I'm still early on Clue 2, so I'm probably not spoiling anything for anyone, but just in case, I'll save it for the end. And then I'm also working on the Tamy Gore Mystery Knit Along, so I'll save that for the second to last ending, because that one I'm still on Clue 2 also, and I think that's actually all out now. So I don't think I'll be spoiling that for anyone, but just in case, I'll save that one towards the end too. So let's talk about what we're doing, I guess. She got bored, she started knitting already. Okay, so what are you working on there that you were so eager to knit on?
I'm working on the Weekender.
Right, Andrea Mowry.
Yes, and this, what I love about it the best is the yarn. Fall foliage, it's just gorgeous. So
that's my hand-dyed yarn, A Girl and Her Wool, and it's my newest, one of my newer bases. It's my Silk DK base, which is 50% superwash merino, 50% silk, and it's very soft, so it's a DK weight. But that seemed to be okay for that pattern. So that pattern called for worsted, but yes, it seemed like the yardage was similar to this yarn, so it seemed okay to use that. And you did your swatch and got gauge and everything.
I did.
So yeah, so that yarn does work for that pattern. And so you just finished the sweater, which you were working on the last time, and I told her not to bring it over, but I did post photos on Instagram. But that one was your first sweater, and it was a very odd construction. And it had like a cable pattern or some sort of pattern all over it. And so what's nice about this pattern?
You just go round and round.
I told her she was doing not the most beginner friendly when she did the first one, and she said, it's fine, I just follow it, it's fine. And then she started this one, she's like, you know, this is nice, it's just a giant sock, I just go round and round and round.
It is, and it's just beautiful. So
yeah, but you did get stuck on the cast on.
Yes, because she made you do the tubular cast on.
Right.
So I had to learn that, and it took me a while to cast on so many stitches and not make a mistake and keep track. So, but now it's all cast on and it looks good, and now I'm an expert tubular cast oner.
Right. Okay, so I have been here, so she showed her sweater, and I've been here for a few days. It's gonna echo, it's fine. It might be a little echoey in here, it's fine. And we've been knitting a lot, but this is something I have not knit on since we've been here. So I am using my first skein of hand spun to knit this. This is the Tan House Brook shawl. It's a triangular shawl. You can see there's a lot of stockinette and then kind of more eyelets and texture at the bottom. And I worked on this because I wanted to use my hand spun, and it was just like an easy project to work on while I was waiting to cast on these mystery knit-alongs, and I had to dye the yarn and everything. So I worked on this for a little bit. You know, I don't love it. It's fine to work on. The pattern is good, but I just don't love the hand spun. It's just like very thin.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be warm at all just based on the yarn. The yarn came out almost like a lace weight, and so, which is even thinner than fingering weight. And I don't know. It's fun to work on, but I probably won't wear it too much.
I think it looks so pretty though.
Yeah.
I mean, the colors are so pretty.
Yeah. The other thing is too, is like it has a huge block of white there, and I think like, you know, it was my first time spinning, first time thinking about how it would work. I would probably blend the white in more, like with some of these darker color, like there's a lot of browns and blacks in there too. And so kind of blending the white in, like if you look at this part, the white is blended in with the blue and the teal, so you can see too. And I think it just would have been better to do that elsewhere. So I'm happy to work on it. I'll pick it up when I want to, but it is what it is. It's working with my first hand spun. It's not perfect, and this is what I have left, so it gets very dark in there. So I don't know if I'll use all of that where it's just like straight brown. You know, I might like cut it off and then pick back up and that kind of thing, but it's going. It's nice to use yarn that you made, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's so nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely soft and everything.
It looks
Which is
nice.
what I was hoping for. Like, I didn't want the yarn to be like too twisted and ropey.
I could see you wearing that more than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, not so cold out yet, but you just want
Yeah, a little
something.
chilling.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. Originally I was like, oh, maybe I'll finish that while I'm here, but then I got into the mystery knit-alongs. Okay, your turn.
So I have the Chapelco Sock by how do you pronounce her last name?
Joji Locatelli.
Yeah. So so I just did the cuff. This is I think this is a special color you made for me.
This was a requested color. I need a pink and blue bright fun color.
Yeah, I was tired of grays and this, but then I said, you know, I have to contrast it with something a little
Darker.
more neutral and dark.
Yeah.
So this is London Fog. This is
that's one of my new colorways that I'm using in the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. So it's like a tonal dark gray black and then just like a hint of pink over it too.
Yeah, really pretty. So that'll look like cool socks. I think.
That'll be cool socks. So that's my BFL sock base.
Yeah.
And the pattern itself, it's mostly the one color, but then you kind of have like stripes of some
stripes
of
in
that.
the heel.
And the heel
toe.
and the toe.
I think,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just a couple of stripes heel toe.
Yeah. So that's a good pattern because when we looked at it, so that's a 50, you have like 60 grams of this color and 50 grams of this color, but we looked, it's only like you need a mini skein for this.
Yeah, but I like this for other socks and just to have around. As
But
a
if people are
contrast.
looking for like good scrap yarn projects, if you have like a little bit of one
Right.
color, that's a good pair of socks to do.
Yeah, definitely.
And there was like some lace on it too, I think.
Yeah, there was lace. And she has, actually, I'm using the fingering, but she has it for DK
Oh, okay.
pattern as well.
Oh, right.
And she has it one color, two color, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You just follow, but she shows both.
Right, you could just do it with one color, true. Right, or if there are patterns with one color, you can always just stripe in another color.
That's true. That's very
Anyway,
true.
and that cuff has a purl through the back loop.
Yeah, which when I started it, Lauren's like, you don't have to do the purl through the back loop, and now I know why she said that.
Yeah, that took you.
But I like how it came out, so it took me a few days to do it.
Yeah.
Which, you know, usually the cuff doesn't take that long, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's good to have a fun sock.
Yes.
So I'll show my sock too. So I cast on a vanilla sock. So I just have, this is probably most of the first foot at this point. It's probably a couple more inches till the end of this first foot. So This is also yarn that I got in San Diego. So I did a trip out there a few years ago for work, and I went to a local store and bought a whole bunch of yarn. This is the last skein of yarn from that trip though. And this is Oink Pigments. And the color is Ravenclaw, so it's supposed to be like the Ravenclaw colors, I think, from Harry Potter. But the colorway itself is 2 words, Ravenclaw, I believe. Anyway, this is like, this is a Targhee sock base, so we were talking a little bit about that at Sit and Stitch. So it's definitely like a tougher sock. It's not soft like merino, but it's not itchy either.
No, it's just strong.
It's very strong, and it's thicker too. So it says that this yarn has 400 yards per 100 grams, which is the same as that BFL sock base, but it's just plumper. So I don't know if that's the Targhee is just like has more air in it or something, but it's definitely like, this is like a tough, dense sock. Cause I did this with the same needles that I always use, my size 0 needles, so I didn't really change to account for that or anything. But they'll be good warm, like almost like slipper socks, like they're really good. And I bought these thinking it was blue and brown and my husband would like it, but it's actually purple, so he did not want them. So I will happily take these socks for me. So just a good pair of vanilla socks. I was reading a little bit this morning and working on them. And yeah, toe up like I normally do. All right, this is your exciting project.
I guess.
I think it's exciting.
This is, I decided to make a pillow.
So take a step back. So why did you decide to make a pillow?
When I was a beginner, I made 2 blankets to learn to knit, and they were made out of the blocks.
Right, they were sampler Afghans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had to buy lots of yarn in 3 colors.
Right, and this was the Knit Purl Hunter ones, right? Like
yes.
Right. So there was a color work one, and there was a more cable-y or lace one. It was like a textured one.
Yeah, it wasn't lace. There was one lace in it, but the first one was just the 12 blocks, and it was just to learn to knit. And then the second one, more advanced, was color work.
Right.
But I bought 3 colors of yarn to make the blocks in different colors.
Right.
So I had leftover yarn, a lot of leftover yarn, and I'm thinking, should I make a sweater? Should I do this? And I really didn't know what to do, and then it occurred to me, let me make a pillow that matches the blankets.
Which is such a good idea.
And I went looking for pillows, and I found a set that I really like a lot.
And you found it on Etsy. Or
Yeah,
you found
it on
Ravelry.
Ravelry, and then they sent me to Etsy to buy it. So it's I picked the Cannon pillow. It's color work by Penny Ollman, and the name of her company is Knit and Purl Construction Company.
And I'll show just this part so you can see the picture, the name of it, and the picture. So that's what it's gonna look like. And then that's the front, and then you told me you have options for the back, right?
Right, so for the back, you can do, so it's 2 colors. So the back, you can do it exactly the same. You can switch the color A and B,
right, that's
or
cool.
you can choose to use a material.
Or a solid back, right? A solid
Or
back.
you can do a solid back.
Yeah.
But she basically has the 2, to do this exactly the same, which you would need more skeins for color A if you do it the same. So that's why I think the second option will work for me.
Yeah. So did you show it yet? Sorry.
Yeah, and she makes lots of different pillows. She makes sets that they all match, and she has a lot of pillows that are just in one color that have designs in them that are really pretty. So I'm excited to do this, and she was great. I sent her questions, she answered them, so.
Yeah, well, I'll link to her patterns. And then the other thing was that's color work, but it's mosaic knitting, right?
Yeah.
So you're only using one. So if you don't do color work knitting, this is all slip stitches. So she's only ever using one color in a row. So it's a good, easy color work. It's like the type of pillow that you'll have out and people will be like, you made this? And you'll be like, yeah, it wasn't so bad, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. That is exactly right.
Yeah, so I thought that was a fun, different kind of pattern.
And she has different size pillows and things like that.
Well, yeah, and
so.
something like that, you can, I mean, you could do that with fingering weight and it would just come out smaller. You know, like keep
Right.
the same stitches, do a smaller weight yarn, and it would just come out smaller if you wanted to make it different.
Right, but she makes like floor pillows that, you know, she does have patterns for different kinds of pillows.
Right.
That was pretty cool.
Alright, so we'll get into the mystery knit along segment of this. So I'm gonna show the Tamy Gore one first. So I'll put a timestamp here if you don't want to see the Tamy Gore one, but you want to know when I start talking about the Stephen West one, so you can skip ahead to that. So I am going to show it here. And again, I'm only on clue 2. I'm getting towards the end of clue 2. Oh no, I'm in the middle of a row. Okay, here it is. So again, I'm on clue number 2. So here was clue number 1, and it's like I guess a crescent shaped shawl. I don't know what you ever call them, but you would just grow on one side, and so it's kind of gonna make a triangular shawl like that. And it's really just like a sampler. Like they're just all different kinds of stitches. So there was the garter stitch, some brioche, striping, some mosaic slip stitches, and then this cool textured pattern, more brioche, eyelets, and now I'm kind of going into more brioche and striping. So it's really just like a stitch sampler, which is pretty neat.
That's fun.
Yeah, because you like really don't know what's coming next.
Yeah, that's really fun. I have to do one of those.
Yeah. So I'm using my hand-dyed yarn. So this is the same that my mom showed for the Weekender. This is my merino silk base. And the colorways, the 3 colors that you actually see here all came from my Cinnamon Spark mini skein set, and I just made them into full-size skeins. And then the last color that I have, I made kind of a darker version of my color 1.
Love it.
Yeah, I really like this one too. So if you're curious to hear more about that, check out my most recent dye with me video. I dyed up, I actually showed me dyeing up this skein, and I did it as batch dyeing, but I also talked about this whole set in general, and then these colors will start showing up in the shop soon. So you can follow me on Instagram, A Girl in Her Wool, if you want to see kind of when that comes out. But again, it's my merino silk DK base, or my silk DK base, so it's just like a good thick nice shawl.
Really nice.
Yeah, so
love the colors. Like I definitely have to order them. This gray and purple, oh, that's like my sock. This is just gorgeous, and these are just beautiful with the browns. I definitely have to use those.
Yeah, so this is the first color, and again, if you have colorway name suggestions, there's still time to enter. That Dye With Me has a giveaway associated with it, so you can go back and check that out.
I was gonna say, do you have any?
I don't have the names for the colorways yet. Here's the gray. It's like a gray brown with just some multicolored speckles on it. And they're really more tonal colors, which is what she was showing for this pattern. So this is like a deeper purple with some browns in there. And then again, the darker version, which is
I love it.
a really pretty
That came
color.
out really good.
Yeah. So I'm moving along. I mean, I started this when I got here. I had a mini cast on party. You did too.
Right. You did a lot.
Yeah, so I've gotten a lot done. I'm almost done with clue number 2. So, and then you guys will see how much I've gotten done on the Stephen West one too. So I've definitely been knitting a lot.
You have. It's good to be on vacation. Mom cooks for her.
Right? She does, and Dad. Mom and Dad are both cooking. All right, and I will have a vlog on Monday of my week here. We're not doing that much. It's not all that thrilling, but check out the vlog on Monday. We're knitting. We just knit. All right, so I'm gonna show the Stephen West one now. So if you are not interested in seeing that one, I will say I'm only on early clue 2, so I might be behind you anyway. But if you aren't interested in watching it, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday. If you are interested in watching, here we go. So it's gonna be hard to show. It's a big shawl. There's like 400 and something stitches on the needles right now. So odds are I will lose one. But here it is. So that's like where clue number 1 was, and then clue 2, and then the bonus clue that he tricked me with. And now we're kind of in clue 2.
It really is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I mean...
And it's just so fun because this is, if I saw this finished, I would probably be like, no way am I making that. I'll never wear it, whatever. But it has been so much fun to knit. I mean, you're just doing so many things that I just would never normally do. And that just makes it a lot of fun. So I am using my hand-dyed yarn. I have kits just like this. I did a dye with me for these kits, so you can check that out. But I'm using the main color that goes along here is Speckled Orchid, which is this color. Actually, I have a full skein of it because you use 2 skeins, but I haven't gotten there yet. So, and it's unwound. But this is Speckled Orchid, so it's a gray with pinks and browns. I'll show it here in the ball. And this is my sock base. And then color, my contrast colors. So my first contrast color is the hot pink, which is Hibiscus Tea.
Love it.
And then color 2 is, I'm gonna lose all the yarn, is the green. So it's a tonal variegated green, which is Dragonfly. And then the third contrast color is the black. This is London Fog, which you saw my mom working on too. So it's that tonal gray black with just a hint of pink on it. And then this is how it's coming out. So I've done a lot. So when I got here, I had finished clue number 1, which is like the triangle honeycomb section. So since I've been here, I did the bonus clue, which is this part here, and started clue 2, which is the bricks. It'll be the diamonds, he calls it. So I won't finish clue 2 before clue 3 comes out, but that's fine. Totally fine. So yeah.
It's really nice. I think you can wear that.
Yeah, I can wear it. The thing is, like, if I just saw the pattern though,
You wouldn't have chosen
I
it.
wouldn't have chosen it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but of course, yeah, I can wear
Those
it.
mystery things are so fun. I really have to do one day.
Yeah, because you really don't know, especially with one of his, like, you really don't know what's coming next.
So does he do it just once a year, do you know?
I think he just does them once a year, yeah. Sorry.
Next year.
Next year. Maybe he does it twice a year, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's good too, because like I've talked a lot recently about being in kind of a knitting rut, and as I was working on this, and I might have said this out loud to you, but it's like we probably work with the same colors all the time because that's the colors we like. We probably pick the same patterns because we have a style, and we probably knit things that like we're drawn to. And so like we're probably always doing the same techniques. Like if you like a certain shape shawl, you're probably always making that shape shawl. And now with this, it's like it forced me out of my comfort zone to do things that I don't normally do. And I think that that's been really fun. So that is it. And I think that the colors are working out really, really nicely together.
Definitely.
So, pretty. I didn't see it like stretched out like that. Now I can see it all stretched out.
It is. It's magnificent.
Yeah. So that is it. That is what we're working on. We've been knitting a lot, which is good, which is the best kind of vacation.
Let's get back to knitting.
Okay, let's get back to knitting. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And again, the vlog is coming Tuesday of my vacation week. And I can't remember what else is coming because I have vacation brain and it isn't working. So check back soon. Follow me on Instagram at agirlandherwool. In the shop, I currently have November yarn kits as well as the Stephen West mystery knit along kits and lots of other fun stuff. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.